What up? What up? What up, world? Get Right Fantasy Network. We're back. I got Fish and Frank with me,
What's up? What's
and
up?
aka Rasta.
What up? What up?
What up, boys? Welcome back. Um, hey,
Week
it's the Overreaction show.
week 3's in the books, man.
Crazy.
Go
Hey,
Cowboys.
the week of the kickers.
Just saying.
Oh, Cowboys. Say it again, Frank.
Shout out to Justin Tucker.
We're gonna get there, boys. First, I wanted to start off before we get into the crazy week, kind of a sad portion of the fantasy football community. Obviously, we lost Mike Tagliere. Tags, if you guys know, and if you want to break it down a little bit.
Yeah, for those of you guys who don't know, Mike Tagliere, he was one of the lead analysts on fantasypros.com. For those of you guys that are on our website, you guys know we do our rankings there, and we're trying to be approved analysts through them as well. But he was diagnosed with COVID in mid-August. He was vaccinated and was having severe symptoms, ended up being hospitalized, and unfortunately he did pass away on Friday night. So just wanted to, just pay our respects, send our condolences and thoughts and prayers out to his family, his wife, his kids. And, he was a young guy, and, this thing's kind of just affecting all of us. So we're all just, keep powering forward with this, just spend that time with your family. And again, just be appreciative for, what we get to do and be here with all of you guys. And, hopefully, we can, do some good things here. So he was a good guy.
Yeah. Well, thank you for breaking that down, Ant. As we know, the show's got to go on. Getting into it, crazy week 3. I'm just going to go over a couple of things that I'm sure everybody's talking about. The kick 6 in Jacksonville, right? We got to watch the longest play in the NFL. We got to watch the longest field goal in the NFL, which they were blessed with an extra 5 yards, right? They didn't call the delay of game. The Chiefs are in last place. The Bucks lost.
Crazy.
The Raiders are undefeated. Brady led the team in rushing. Cowboys are going to win the Super Bowl. It's what?
It's madness. It's week 3. It's just madness.
Week
all
3 is
place.
madness. Hey, and I'm glad we got to see it. I think one of the favorite things I got to see is Justin Tucker's 66-yard kick was 19 yards more than the Chicago offense got all together, right?
Something
Justin
like that.
Fields, we got to see his debut.
Wah,
I know we're all waiting on that.
Hey, you guys remember the Justin Fields tweet that he sent out? It says, on the speed of the NFL, it was actually kind of slow for me. To be honest. Well, Justin Fields is the first QB since the merger in 1970 that sacked at least 9 times and to throw fewer than 100 yards in the first career start. Wow.
Brutal. It's just looking more and
now
more
we know
brutal for
Coach kept saying that he's going to go with the Red Rocket, right?
Yeah. Hey, 1 week ago we're like, this is crazy that he's going to go with them.
That's why we don't listen to the fans.
Yeah, don't listen to the fans.
No,
it's just looking a little.
Come back.
It's getting more grim and grim for Ant's dynasty team having all these quarterbacks, Wilson and Trevor Lawrence and all these guys.
Fields.
So
and Big Ben, it's just a disaster, but it'll work itself out. It'll work itself out. I'm going for the long plan here. It's a futuristic plan.
It's just getting a little longer every day.
Yeah. Right?
Hey,
it's going to be a long dynasty.
So a couple things we got to get through. If you guys aren't already involved, make sure you go to Underdog Fantasy, use code GetRight. We're going to put the plug in there. You get free money. You get to play against us. You get to do best ball. You get to do rivals. I'm going to shout out Jeezy. So I seen Jeezy had posted one of his winnings on there. I know he hit, what are we going to call it? Like a 5-teamer or whatever we want to call it. But he hit 5 of them.
On the pick'em?
Hey, my man he's in double digits. And it was a lot.
That?
Jeezy. Is it ACG?
Really?
Anyone could get
Yeah,
it.
okay. Yeah. I remember. Yes.
Yeah.
We
And
did a couple
I-
3-person
out.
drafts. Yeah, he's doing good.
yeah, dude, he had a good one. He got a 5-timer on that one. So that's a big one. Use code Get Right if you guys haven't yet. I'm gonna do one selfless. I don't know. Plug. My boy Ronald Martinez drew all these for me. He's on Facebook. If you guys need it, he's hand drawing these pictures. Try to get a close up if you're interested. He's doing awesome work. Besides all that, all our shameless plugs. Do we have any more?
No, I
you're
squeeze
buying
mine
real
in whenever
estate-
I can.
Okay,
We
we'll
got
get
it.
there. No real estate plugs right now.
Oh, hit up your boy over
Nah,
there.
I'm kidding. Hey, so one thing we did last week, I want to do it again. I want to give you guys the perfect lineup.
Let's do
So
it.
here's perfect lineup for week 3 fantasy football.
Just read off my DFS lineup. It's pretty much the same.
Okay, you would take a week off if you played all these guys.
Yeah, I wouldn't be
hey,
here.
I'll quit right now. Josh
Hit me.
Allen starting off as quarterback.
Let's go.
Right, makes sense. They killed it this week. Number 2, if you're playing in Superflex, would be Justin Herbert. No surprise there. They also played a great game. This is where it gets into. If you played this guy in your DFS, like, I'll pay you money right now. If you played Payton Barbour, who was the number 1 running back, actually number 1 flex of all players this week. Number 2, Kareem Hunt. If you're playing with 3 running backs, I guess we'll do like an honorable mention. Madison. Wide receivers. I remember getting hated. Yeah. Well, okay. I remember getting a lot of hate for saying this guy's name. Mike Williams, number 1 receiver this week.
Killing it.
Now they're now they're talking about he's gonna hold it up. Could be a top 5 receiver
10,
for the end of But hey, I took a lot of hate for it. Whatever, it happens. Number 2, no surprise, Devante Adams. He's built different. Dirty hit by the Niners, right? I guess I don't know if we're gonna get into that, but just dirty stuff by the Niners.
We're not surprised on that one.
He did.
I think he lost the first.
They did the close up.
And then he was like, "No, he's fine. They let him back out of that tent."
I think he was trying to milk it and get the call. He was flopping.
Oh, there's definitely going to be a fine by the NFL, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Even though they missed the call,
100%.
He did hit him in the shoulder first, but he got him in the.
Yeah, but it wasn't like he went high on him either.
He got him real good.
It just happened because he went.
He lit him up. That's how football used to be played. That's why you don't do that anymore. I mean, that's why you couldn't do that back then. That's why we see guys throwing for 400 yards. You weren't going to do that to your receiver multiple times in a game, man. He wasn't getting up from that, so you don't throw those passes. But that's why they say NFL's where it's at, and blah blah blah. Which I don't mind because we're fantasy football, man. That's why we're here.
Remember that? When that happened with
we need those points.
What
up, season?
So keep going.
What up, season?
FF season. Flex Cooper Kupp again with another amazing week. Honorable mention, Frank. I'm giving you all the shout outs for this one. You called it. I told you before. I didn't know where the hell you came with this, but you nailed it. Emmanuel Sanders.
Killing it.
You look at his numbers before this week. Hey, yeah. And then tight end Mark Andrews, and that's your perfect lineup, boys.
Very nice. Did they mention a defense and a kicker on there at all? If you're playing in any of those,
I disregarded all that. I'm sure Tucker would be up there. I didn't even mean to write it down.
I'm sorry.
Get a quick question right here.
Alrighty.
LeBron's brain. I like the name. That's hilarious. No, I think he's making fun of LeBron, so I think you would like him.
Okay. I hate
what wide receiver could I trade Hawkinson for with a possible bundle with Boyd or Juju? So he's trying to get Hawkinson.
Oh. No, what wide receiver could I trade Hawkinson for with a possible bundle with Boyd or Juju? I think he's saying if he traded Hawkinson and
yeah. Okay, I see what you're saying. With a combo of Hawkinson, Boyd, or Juju.
Yeah, so he's trying to turn Boyd or Juju and Hawkinson into a receiver, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm getting.
That's what it looks like.
All right.
So
I think he has Me personally, if I was looking at this, I would be interested in this type of trade because, as you guys know, I don't draft tight ends. So this is the perfect type of person I'm looking to trade with. This is to me the perfect buy low type guy, which we'll probably get into more on Wednesday. But I would, man, for Hawkinson and Juju, I mean, I'd be willing to give up someone maybe like I don't think you can get it like a Godwin or anyone like that. I think a nice high end wide receiver too. You can possibly get maybe a low end one, depending on kind of what you're looking for. I wouldn't
But
go buy
a name.
high
Give
on
him, give him a name.
I know I'm trying to kind of think of somebody, that I'm.
It's changed so much this week.
That's what I mean. Yeah, I'm like it's kind of interesting in there. So
we're not in the hill.
I mean, maybe
Devante.
you can get. I mean, if you can maybe go target like an AJ Brown and DK Metcalf, somebody like that. Again, maybe even Stephon Diggs, even with Allen's big game.
I think you get a
Diggs
scary
didn't
Terry.
really show off too much. You can probably get a scary Terry, because of the Heineke injury.
I think definitely scary Terry.
So
at this
I would,
point.
Maybe shoot for some of those guys, those underperforming wide receiver ones that we had kind of going into the year. Obviously, there's some question marks, and you're definitely buying low, and those people are selling these guys for a reason. But to
Mike
me,
Williams,
that's the type of upside. Yeah, that's the kind of upside that you want. Oh, so he has Diggs already. So, if you can especially pair like Diggs with another guy, maybe Tyreek, if the Tyreek owners may be panicking right now. If you have like another better receiver that you can maybe bundle with Hawkinson to try to shoot for a Tyreek, maybe try that. Coming off, kind of two dud of a games, for him.
Yeah.
He's not going to be held there very long. So, they're not going to turn the ball over 4 times every game, and they still put up points. So again, that's where I would kind of shoot for it. My bad going on for 6 minutes about it, but yeah, I love those trade talks.
Tyreek almost pulled that last one in.
Yeah,
sorry,
it's all right. So anyway, that's where I'm at. LeBron's. Appreciate the question, man. If you're new to the channel, make sure you smash that like and subscribe button for us. And we're here Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and Sunday morning, man. Welcome to Get Right. And this is
where we're at.
Yeah, we just got done with the perfect lineup. So, what do you want to get into next?
I kind of want to see your guys' opinion as far as quarterback. So, TY for input. Oh, thank you for input. Yeah, no problem. That's why we're here. We'll continue to be here. If you have more questions, definitely let us have them. We'll try to break it down as best we can. But for you guys, so okay, week 3 is over. Obviously, there's a lot of things that I don't think anybody could have predicted. I think even in our league, this guy's still out there. Derek Carr leading the league in passing.
Yeah.
Besides that, what are you guys seeing in the quarterback world right now? Are you guys
still him and Sam
higher
Darnold,
or lower on anybody?
It's the same dudes that we talked about before the week, before the weekend's games, and obviously they both played well, and it's the same dudes going forward. If they're not already on a team, they should be on a team, and really, that everybody else should be probably rostered. Obviously, you're not at this point, right? Like you already have the rest of the people, and at this point, you might be able to drop a Ben Roethlisberger for some of these guys.
Ben looked whooped. Hey, his days are numbered, guys. He could have walked out gracefully with Breeze and Rivers, but
hanging on.
There it is. Cool question here. They call me Jaco. Is that how you say that? Jaco?
Jaco.
They call me
Just
Jaco.
right, Dustin or Ant? Did Dustin say it right? I like Jaco.
Jaco.
It could be Jaco.
I think it's Jaco. So they call me Jaco. Says, should I start Rams, Seahawks, or San Francisco defense?
Man, I gotta look at the schedule.
Yeah, I was like, we usually do our start sit show on Friday, but I haven't really even dove into next week's games. But let me see, who do we have?
Pull it out.
Yeah, we'll get you though. We got you here, man. We're not gonna ignore you. We got you. So, we got Seahawks versus Niners. So that's easy. So that's
easy.
Well, no, I meant like at least we know both of those guys. Or we have the Rams defense versus the Cardinals. Ooh, yeah, that is tough. I'd probably go.
I'm dropping and flexing.
Yeah, you might be able. Man, that's tough if you have 3 different, or he probably doesn't have. Those are probably the ones he has access to. I would probably just hold that. Man, it's tough to start LA against Arizona, but I mean, they did score pretty well against Tampa Bay. They were able to hold them. So if they can hold out that offense, I'm sure they can contain a banged up D Hop right now with that cast he has. So I'd feel comfortable putting LA out there. I mean, I wouldn't expect anything crazy, but
I
enough
would
to be
say
able to keep
LA's
them.
your best defense of the 3
Yeah,
of those, but I mean, against this matchup, myself personally, I stream against defenses that are going to play Zach Wilson and Trevor Lawrence, and you're probably not going to pick up Buccaneers against the Patriots, but stuff like that. Like if you see those out there, that's what I'm looking for personally. I'm looking for some of these injured quarterbacks, rookie quarterbacks. That's a tough one, though.
Oh man, so he's saying his
the Rams.
QBs are Mahomes and Kyler. If this is super flex, you're killing it.
Yeah,
that's outstanding.
Jake, I don't think his answer helped.
Oh yeah, he's
got
saying
lucky
it's
during the draft.
Jaco. There you go. So he's saying he got lucky.
See, I told you, Jaco.
You got it. But yeah, so Kyler's playing against his defense, and I kind of hate that. I hate when you have your defense playing against one of your guys, let alone one of your stars, because if one of them kind of goes off, then it happens. So
it negates the other one.
I can care less.
Yeah. So yeah, you're not sitting on either one of those on that behalf, but it's kind of weird though. So anyway,
the Seahawks to avoid all that.
Welcome. They call me Jaco. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button for us, man. We'd appreciate it. We're trying to get to 200, man. You might be 200. So help us get there. So Drew's coming back.
Yeah,
what's up, Drew?
Doing a giveaway as soon as they happen. So
absolutely.
Maybe not this show, but the next show we're planning on.
Well, yeah. So Drew says,
get in if you guys haven't.
Would you trade A-Rob and Damien Harris for CD? I would just say yes in a nutshell on that. If you can, especially if it's PPR, I like that. Harris is on my bench, and I have Lockett and Debo for AB and Debo for wide receivers. I would probably do that because you can afford A-Rob, and you're not really losing too much with Damien Harris. And really, if you need to trade off, Lockett or CD eventually to get another running back, you should be able to do that if you do need to trade Z back, kind of a thing. But I kind of like that trade. Again, I'd want to know more of your RB depth. If you were to lose Harris, what does that do to your RBs? So let us know that. You guys ready to take more?
Still doing that.
You're still doing it regardless? Okay, yeah. I mean, if it is his bench one, but if he doesn't have an RB3 at all now, I don't know if I would do that because now you have to trade for an RB anyway. And to me, Damien Harris.
Yeah, but I feel like
you'd
be better to trade. I feel like it'd be better to trade CD for RB3 straight up once you get him, so you make that move. Yeah, because it's just not to be.
And you're playing for playoffs
Chicago
anyway.
47 total yards.
Yeah.
I know that could just be that 1 week, right? Like they could have better weeks and all that kind of stuff, but 47 total yards. And A-Rob had half of them.
Yeah.
So as far as being quarterback proof, Frank, like hey, you could only be so much. He could only be so much quarterback proof. He's 50% of the offense, but 50% of 47 ain't much.
Yeah, no, seriously. So Season's in here. What's up, Season? He says, do I trade Carr and Monty for CMC? His QB2 would be Fields, but he got.
Can I pause you?
Yeah, go ahead.
Can I pause you?
Go ahead.
200 subscribers.
Hey, let's go.
Shut up.
Thank you, guys. What's up, dude? We did.
Hey, so it's got to be
the next episode of this episode.
Jaco, LeBron. We appreciate you guys.
Absolutely.
Sorry,
man.
We'll get back to the questions.
Yeah.
We'll do a special episode just for that. We appreciate that, guys. Okay, so back to the question. Trade Carr and Monty for CMC. My QB2 would be Fields, but got offered Big Ben for Fields, so I can have him as my QB2 if I wanted to. I would accept Big Ben for Fields at this point, and that's just two shitty quarterbacks, right? So, but 100% I'm trading Carr and Monty for CMC. Man, that's really rolling the dice, but I would do it just to get you a CMC. That's rolling the dice with the injury.
His QB1 is Tannehill. His QB1 is Tannehill. His QB2 is Carr. His QB3 is Fields right now. So he would then be trading Carr and Monty for CMC.
Hell
And he
yeah.
still has Tannehill?
Yes.
Then
Yeah, he still has Tannehill. Because I kind of was thinking, I mean, you can kind of put CMC in a PPR and a super flex, and now he's just your QB2 basically. I mean, he scores damn near as much. And if you can somehow get Fields to pop off later in the season, then you're sitting kind of pretty there. So I don't know.
Or take Big Ben. Big Ben turns it around. He's throwing the ball. He threw
once he gets
60
Deontay
times
back,
or damn near 60 times.
He's not going to finish the season.
You don't think Big Ben will?
Frank's been calling on Haskins since last game last show. You weren't here for that.
Yeah.
It's the hashtag Haskins watch over here. Let's see. So Drew saying
again, we're talking about Monty being in Chicago against CMC. I'll take a healthy CMC over anybody in the league, and even I'll take a hurt CMC over damn near anybody in the league.
I'm kind of there too. I mean, I kind of say in a vacuum, pull the trigger and figure out your QB2 situation later. You got CMC.
Yeah, I got time. I got time.
You just figure it out by playoffs, man. You'll be all right.
That's a number one receiver.
How many weeks is he out?
So
2, 4. How many weeks is he out?
Dude, he's not.
No, they didn't put him on IR.
Yeah,
they'll probably rest him next week.
Yeah, he'll
probably just rest him next week.
So you're thinking
they should
just 1 week? 1 week, that's it.
It's been 10 days. It'll be 10 days. So anyway, no, I mean that's a pretty important topic, though. I mean that is we were going to kind of get into injuries, yeah, but
we're not doctors or nothing. But I'm just saying, what do you think?
Yeah, that's what they're saying. So just officially, we can talk about that and say, yeah, they're saying basically you have a grade 1, grade 2, grade 3, right? Apparently, I heard this from another show that they said it's a grade 0.5. Basically, is what they're saying.
It's not even a grade 1.
It's not even a grade 1. So they were just being extremely cautious, which is something we talked about on the previous show on Friday. That it could just have been, hey, we're playing this team. We don't need to just sit them out.
Hey, we're 3-0.
Yeah, just don't even.
3-0. We're halfway there.
So yeah. So anyway, getting to this question here, his starting running backs, so we all on a consensus on that actually. Say, yeah, you guys go ahead and get CMC there. Oh, yeah. I mean, it's tough. Like, you just have to understand what you're getting yourself
into. Get CMC any chance you can. Come on.
I mean, again, it's a league-winning move. Like, that's what that is.
LeBron finally found the show.
There it is. Oh, yeah, no, it was George.
He made it.
George is the one, I believe, from Australia that we're supposed to send the shirt to. So I think, George, make sure you send me your info, and we'll get that shirt out to you.
He finally found the show.
He found it.
I feel like every day after the show, he's like, "What's up, guys? There's a show today," and we're like, "Yeah, yesterday."
We just recorded it. Yeah. No, he's here. He's been on. So Drew says his starting running backs are Kamara and Mixon, and his bench is Pollard, Michael Carter, and Tony Jones. So again,
do that thing.
Losing Damien Harris and A-Rob to get CD, I do that. So smash that, Drew. Go get it.
Smash that for sure. I'm flexing. I'm flexing with it.
Really, like it's at least he's so stacked.
Nah, he said he got lucky. They call me Jaco.
I would say, yeah. If you can trade the Seahawks or Rams defense for a better running back, 100 times out of 50, you do that. So absolutely, if you're in the type of league where you can get a position player for a defense.
No questions asked.
I mean, again, unless your defense is like crazy scoring, but if it's just your typical, defensive scoring settings, get a running back.
Yeah, that's without question for sure.
Yeah,
get a good one though.
Bobby Trees. Should I trade?
Hey, give me a decent one
for him.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Something.
Man, Bobby Trees is going to be tough to trade.
I'm a Bobby Trees truther though, so I don't know if I'm opinionated enough to be able to talk on this. Like. Again, I've been done dirty by Bobby Trees so many times, and he's helped me so many times over the years. He's with probably one of the best quarterbacks he's been with. I have to say they figure out a way to get him involved, and I have to say defenses are going to start trying to shut down Cooper Kupp. And I think they've been trying to shut him down, which is what's been opening up Cooper. So if they now start to go focus on Coop, Bobby Trees is going to go off because this man is good. They're still giving him rushing attempts and things like that. They're getting him involved in the offense. It'll come, that trust will build with Stafford. So they'll get there.
It reminds me of the Vikings.
Yeah.
Right. Jefferson got off, so they had to. It was Thielen, and then it was Jefferson, and they're just
Pick your
adjusting.
poison.
So I
Yeah.
agree, but it's one of those literally, like you said, pick your poison, flip a coin. That's what it's going to come down to soon. Obviously, Cup's been remarkable these first few games, so I just don't think trading Woods right now you're going to get nearly worth what your value is.
Right. And
So if you do get an offer, shoot it
Entertain
over,
it.
let us know. So, yeah. Long enough for at least us to give our insight on it, because depending what you get, I'd still trade Robert Woods because I don't like flipping a coin. I'm huge on consistency, so.
Yeah, and that's actually a lot coming from you because you usually aren't too big of a Rams wide receiver. They're kind of like the New England backfield to you.
Yeah, it's McVay. It's the same with the Saints and Patriots and Bucks and all these guys. Like, if I can avoid it, I will. So he's got a tough upcoming schedule and all those points. Sorry, I should read that out loud. DK Metcalf, is he a potential sell high? He's got a tough upcoming schedule and got all his points in his first quarter. I would actually compare this a lot to the Rams receivers, kind of like I'm saying. They put so much emphasis. Defenses are putting so much emphasis on DK. It's opening up Tyler Lockett.
Crazy, yeah.
And DK will have his time, That dude is a freak athlete.
Soon enough it'll shift. They'll put their attention on Lockett like they did last year, and he'll go silent, and then DK blow up. So I would hold on to DK.
Mm-hmm.
I would not
sell. They need to open up their running game.
AJ Brown.
What they need.
Same thing with AJ Brown. Go get him if you can, especially now that he's hurt. It's your perfect time to go buy low with him. Go get him. Yeah, you may lose him for a couple games, but again, if you have a strong enough team to hold you over, if you can get him, then that's a guy I'm looking for. Just because, again, I think they're trying to shut him down, and teams are trying to prove what Julio can do. For some reason, he didn't play any snaps in the fourth quarter, which is one of the strangest things I've ever heard or seen. I don't know if it's an injury or they said it was literally like load management. Like, I don't know what that even means. Again, I don't know if it's because they were kind of just running out the clock with the lead, so they didn't want him out there blocking or risking an injury or something like that. I have to
because they got Derrick Henry.
Yeah,
Derrick Henry has 63 rushing attempts in the last 2 games. The next closest to him, Joe Mixon at 38.
Yeah. See, I'm like, I regret not putting Henry as my number one. Like, remember we wanted to so bad, and then just kept putting, like, again, I don't know exactly where he's at, but to me, even in a PPR, he's been catching the ball this year, which I was kind of saying earlier in the year. But yeah, I mean, it's nasty. So he said, I drafted AJ. Okay, so he's not going to go get him. He's the guy with him. Hold on to him. He's good.
Yeah. Oh, man.
If you have AJ and DK, that's nasty. Just keep that duo, dude. Just hold on to that. You'll be fine.
No, I think you're mixing up LeBron. LeBron has DK, and then
oh yeah, he was asking about that.
Jaco drafted AJ.
All right, my bad.
How low excited could I go with AJ? I don't know if I understand that question. How low could I go with AJ Brown?
Like what's kind of like what would be a buy low offer?
What you can trade
AJ
for?
Brown? Yeah, like what kind of offer would he be shooting out to the AJ Brown owner right now? Let us know kind of who you have on your team, and we'll let you know. Yeah, try to shoot obviously for the least amount you can get, but obviously you got to be careful because I got told I made a disrespectful offer today with the trade. So
What's new?
That's going to happen from time to time. But yeah, I just like to get it out there because if nobody else offers, then yeah, I'm just like, whatever, it's all good. But I don't
he
see
did admit
it. And you never know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not. Yeah, I said right out of the gate, like I wasn't trying to hide anything. I was like, yeah, that was just my initial. You guys know how I do. Like this is kind of what I'm thinking. I don't know who you like or what you want or a combination of. Just send me a counter. Let me know what you're thinking, and we'll counter and we'll get there. Like that's my kind of trade strategy. Yeah. Like I'm not going to give you my best offer out of the gate, and I expect you to counter because I don't want you to just take my first offer. I don't know what you want, and I'm not trying to give you what I got. So that's all. Anyway, enough of that. But he's saying he has Ayuk, Jacoby, Marvin Jones, and Pollard. I mean, maybe
you're looking good.
I mean, maybe you can go Pollard and Ayuk after the games that they've had. I don't know what Pollard's final stat line was tonight, but I know he was definitely worked in there pretty well, even though Zeke still went off. I noticed that they kind of pulled Pollard out inside the 20s, which is nice for the Zeke owners. So that he's strong and is able to finish, inside the red zone.
Finally, a Ayuk sighting.
Yeah, and he did well, and he had another touchdown he could have had that was dropped. So maybe you pair Pollard and Ayuk and see if you can pull that off. I'd start there.
Yeah, anyway, I wouldn't mind getting rid of Ayuk for sure.
Yeah, definitely. So, although I was impressed with Jimmy G, man, I posted it there. I was like, we're going to see if Jimmy G is that guy. Can he come down and get a game-winning score when you need it? And we did, but I was surprised our defense let us down. More the coaching, but still the defense. But anyway, we'll get into that later. Still butthurt about that.
Should I bench K1 and put Pat in?
Who are the Chiefs playing? Because the Chiefs are playing Philly. If Dallas just put up like 41 or more on that, yeah, you're playing Mahomes.
That means Chiefs will play like 20 probably.
That's good. Anyway, all right, I think we're caught up there.
Hey, I definitely would, especially with the Cardinals playing the Rams. Kyler's a monster, but all right, should I pick up Bengals or Bears defense? What do you think, Frank? Bengals
like
against
the rest of the season or just this week?
I'm picking Bengals.
Are you?
Bengals defense hasn't actually been that bad.
That's what I'm saying. They're playing the Jaguars are 0-3.
Yeah, that's right, and they're playing the Jags. So yeah, go ahead and grab Cincinnati. I feel
Bengals.
pretty comfortable there. At home.
At home.
Yeah, you should be good there. Especially if you can get T. Higgins back. That'll be good. George is saying
Bears defense with that offense. Hey,
you don't want anything. Yeah, you want to stay away from the Bears right now.
Those guys.
Just hold on that stuff, especially on the defense right now.
Even against Detroit, the most jinxed team in the world, man. I feel so bad for Lions fans.
Yeah, I definitely would rather play Cincinnati. I think they have a couple cornerbacks out, so just kind of keep an eye on that, though, too. So George is saying here, too, with A.J. Brown injury, will he play next week? I'm not sure where we're at with that. Injury report comes out Wednesday, so catch our Wednesday show, and we'll go into that more detail there. All right, so we want to get into some waiver wire stuff. We got some Q&A there. Of course, keep shooting your questions, guys. This is the Monday night overreaction and waiver wire show, but we're always taking your questions. And just remember, if you haven't already, like and subscribe to the channel, Get Right Fantasy Network. Sorry, I've kind of been in host mode a little bit lately, so I'm kind of still.
Evan's got a long question for us.
Hey, and I think Evan's
a couple guys out there. I was ready. Ready? No, not ready.
There
Let's
we go.
Get our best reader. Hey, get our best reader on this one.
No one's saying anything. None of us.
You got voted. All right, I have Rodgers, Adams, DJ Moore, Shepard, Eckler, Singletary, Kittle, Cooks, Chase, Jacobs, Elijah Mitchell, DJ Chark, Matt Gay, Carolina, and Bucks defense, full PPR, 10-man. So I sell Cooks?
No.
So
sell Jacobs and Singletary if you can.
Yeah, Cooks went top 3 this week again.
Unless he's talking about Brandon Cooks or Dalvin Cook.
When he says Cooks, I'm thinking I don't
the running back
Dalvin.
Cook. Yeah.
I was thinking Brandon Cooks.
Yeah, if that's Brandon Cooks.
No, I'm keeping Brandon. Brandon. I'll sell anybody else. Yeah, but I mean, even having Adams even more. You got a solid team. I want to be stressed to try to trade anybody with that right there. Honestly,
I would sit tight. What are you trading for?
And that's
I'm dropping Carolina and picking up another defense. I'll stream a defense.
That's what I've been talking about all this whole time. If you go back and watch our other shows, I'm the resident Cooks hater. I'm the Cooks hater here. So that's kind of my thought process. If you can absolutely get Cooks for Montgomery, do that immediately.
Oh yeah. If you could do that, for sure.
Immediately. And then figure out whatever else later. You could find another wide receiver. Get Montgomery if you can. Absolutely. Do it now.
Get it over on everybody.
Hey, Cooks is third on the season on receptions.
Oh, I know all the stats. Believe me, I'm watching, and I get it thrown in my face in the DMs daily. So it's all good.
Hey,
Am I there
third
still?
in yards.
Can you see me? All right.
Oh, you're good.
He's not getting the touchdowns, but all right. So let's just move
What's
up.
What's up?
What up? I heard he's one concussion away from going out.
The hospital.
Cooks. I mean, everybody's one concussion away from going out. But yeah, Brandon Cooks, I believe, has had a history.
Damn, Abi Azul, you got the injury bug, my friend. That's
hospital
tough.
fantasy team.
That is tough. Hey, good thing you didn't draft Akers and ETN too. So, that's tough, man. That's tough, dude. That's all we can say.
Who knows? He might have. He might have.
I know, man. That's tough, dude. That's
all I can still bounce back though. It's not.
Yeah, no. I mean, none of these guys are.
Not all these guys are out forever.
Yeah, you're gonna get McCown. You're gonna get these guys back. Just hold back. Take your L's right now. Play your bench. Maybe you get lucky. Get a bad matchup. You know, somebody else has a bad week. Maybe eke out a win.
I thought I had it bad.
I just eked out. I eked out one of those 72-67 wins against the 2-0 guy this week. So I'll take it.
You gotta love it.
Yeah, I'll take it. I thought I was done for, but it happened. So you're just you are kind of done there, but it happens. So 100% Kyler Murray, Jalen Warren. Yep, and you are. So it's not a bad. I mean, it's a good team, dude. When you get all those guys back, dude, that's a nice team you have there. So stand strong.
Pick up Hubbard. I'd pick up Hubbard. Well, you got.
Yeah, I'm sure he's gone already now at this point. Yeah.
Well, why would it
be he says. Oh no, he
at
does.
Least wires are in.
No, he's saying, do I get Hubbard or Barbour for depth? Yes, absolutely. I would honestly, and I can't believe I'm even going to fucking say this, put me down for one.
Pick Barbour.
Payton Barbour, dude. After what we've just seen these last 2 weeks, you can't not say that that's going to happen if Josh Jacobs is the same way, or you can go, again, that's just depending on how Josh Jacobs is doing. I'd have to check into that more. I'm not following Josh Jacobs. I don't have him anywhere, so he's not really necessarily on my radar, especially since he's been hurt. So I haven't really been, kind of following him at all. But yeah, so I'd personally say
let me finish this stat.
Go ahead.
Derrick Henry, this is over the last 2 games, 63 rushing attempts. Then I said Joe Money Mixon was second with 38 in the last 2 games. The next 2, Aaron Jones and Payton Barbour. Gruden loves Payton Barbour for whatever reason. Drake's not getting the love.
Out of the first of the year.
Jacobs, I feel like it's always going to be on this, and who would have known to get Payton Barbour, right?
God. Yeah.
Sorry.
So, but you have to. Yeah. No. I mean, he's definitely one of those waiver wire guys we're talking about this week. So, you definitely got to put it in there. I think he's going to cost some fab. I wouldn't spend too much because it is temporary. But again, as the CMC owner, maybe you just kind of take the safer route and go Hubbard if you can. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean,
just a safer bet.
You're not going to get what I think Payton can give you as far as how he's being used there, but it's nice to just have your own guys handcuffed sometimes at this point, especially when he's already nicked up a little bit. So anyway,
for sure,
that's where we're at.
So next question: would y'all trade Debo for Deontay straight up? Yeah, if I'm getting Debo. I mean, Debo's got the injury. We all know that, but. Yeah, give me Debo's side on that one.
Deontay's literally hurt right now, so you're trading like he was wide receiver 3 heading into week 3.
Yeah, with a bad QB over there in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, and even if they turn it around, they have too many receivers over there that you're just chasing the whole time.
Yeah, I think
that was the problem we had last year.
You're trading kind of like even, I would think. I mean, to me, Deontay, when he's in there, he's going to give you more of a floor. So if you're looking for more of a safe play, especially in a PPR, I think Deontay is probably the way to go. But if you're looking for that boomer bust, a guy that can win you a week, kind of by himself, so to speak, Debo can be that guy.
Debo's second in receptions for the year.
You said reverse.
Yeah.
I think of him as reverse on that way.
Really? Oh, okay.
Because I think Jimmy G targets Debo a lot, and I think he gets a good amount. And I think he has a better quarterback in the San Francisco side versus Big Ben over there, Deontay. And
hell yeah,
I would exactly what you said would reverse.
This guy's a Niner fan.
Yeah, and you're not seeing that. I'm sorry, I'd take my chances over here with San Francisco versus Pittsburgh.
I'm just saying, the Niners are more of a run
Same
first
team
offense.
As before.
Yeah, they are.
They have a good defense.
They
air quotes. But I'm just saying, that doesn't really.
Did you see the last game? They were just flinging it.
Mean a lot of targets typically, but he has that big play ability, whereas Deontay is going to get 12 targets pretty much every game. When he's there, 11, 12 targets, I think is what he was averaging. So again, it's just how we analyze the same data differently. It's just how we're doing it. So there's either different perspectives we're giving you. Let's see.
No, he's 100% right on that. So he said he's, I don't know if he skipped that one, but he said he's streaming Carolina or Tennessee defense. 100% against the Jets. Best believe it, me too.
Absolutely. Same team as before.
That sucks. How long is it going to be for the Jets like this? Just being the lowly team.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Sam Darnold feels, totally vindicated, going it wasn't me, it was the team.
Thoughts on Jonathan Taylor?
Zach Wilson will one day be able to say that he'll be leaving the Jets and be like, yes, it wasn't me, it was the team.
Yeah. Like I said, Darnold look good.
Right?
Thoughts on Jonathan Taylor. His rushing has been good. The Carson Wentz can't get into the red zone, but the upcoming games for the Colts are pretty good matchup-wise. I hate the Colts. I hate Carson Wentz, and I've been sending out offers for Jonathan Taylor just because I feel like he's a super good buy low candidate right now with tons of upside. But owners are just stuck, If you're drafting this guy with your 5th overall pick, it's tough to get him to give him up to you. But I sent out a few feeler trades out there just to see what people are thinking on him, So one more bad game, I think it's going to kind of open it up where they're like, all right, screw it. I'm going to get rid of this guy, but I'm not willing to overpay at this point. But I'll give you some decent for him. I'll give you two above average guys for him.
Yeah, 2 guys that are performing over their projected status would be worth something like that. Maybe some guys with potential and a solid, something solid. So, what do you think, Frank?
If I remember what it was, I would tell you who the 2 guys I offered was, but I'm going to say 2 receivers had good weeks.
You're in
and I was like,
15, 16 leagues. I know there's no way you know exactly which combo.
No clue.
I say stick it out with Jonathan Taylor. I think there's more to come, better days ahead.
There it is.
Yeah.
Keep it simple.
He's kind of a hold. Abi Azul says he's dropping Kenneth Gainwell for Chuba. I think I started saying it wrong on the last show. It's Chuba, right?
I thought it was Chuba, but whatever.
Let's just call him Hubbard.
Yeah, C. Hubbard.
Until we figured out, hey, yeah. Jamie, pull that up.
Seriously. No, I don't know what.
I'm comfortable with that.
What did he end up finishing with now? I know he got some garbage time in there. I saw Gainwell in there at the end, which is how I won because it looked like they benched kind of Miles Sanders towards the end, which was nice for me. Eked out the W. But I kind of like
Chuba.
Yeah, I kind of like the long-term potential with Gainwell. I think Gainwell has some standalone starting value, whereas once McCaffrey's back, you're not getting any value with Hubbard. So
unless McCaffrey goes back down, and
unless he goes down again, right? So, but as of right now, I think Gainwell has a little more stock than Hubbard. Obviously, unless you have CMC. But again, if you have CMC and you're not having him a week, I'd feel a little more. I'm sure you have something a little better than Gainwell to start there. So either way, I prefer to keep Gainwell in that situation. What do you guys say?
I think you said it. I think long term, it's going to be Gainwell, especially if Miles Sanders goes down. But Herbert, if you need somebody to hold you over for a few weeks, and he's honestly, if you have the room, he's a good stash too. Just to have anybody behind McCaffrey who's going to get nicked up.
Definitely. All right. So Abiazul says if I get the Titans D, that'd be for assets 100% playing for week 4. Yeah. I mean.
Yeah, I'm running with him. And hey, give me anybody against Zach Wilson. I don't care who.
Yeah,
I'm trying to think of who the worst team out there is right now. Like, I'll take whoever it is.
Yeah.
The dude I'm facing next week has Calvin, TK, Aaron, Barkley. Oh, my God. Hey. I'm all trying to be positive.
You got your hands full there. It's gonna be
good luck.
It's gonna be a good game.
Good luck.
Barkley's looking nice now. You know, he got his touches in there.
No, he's not.
And the good thing about that,
scored over 20 points in a PPR.
It really doesn't matter.
Scored
you gotta
a
look at
touchdown.
your team and what your team could do. Any one of these guys could have bad games, and it really doesn't matter. It's any given Sunday.
That's true. All those guys that you mentioned all have had rough weeks already. So,
yeah. Would you consider Deontay as a buy low candidate in general? Yes, just for the mere fact that he's hurt. I think if he wasn't hurt, he wouldn't be considered a buy low. I think he's been performing at a wide receiver 2 level. Even with Big Ben's kind of shortcomings. I have him on a team, and he's been fine for me. And I definitely am hurting. I lost in that league without having him here this week. I started Damien Harris in a non-PPR instead of Jamar Chase, so I wasn't quite sold on Chase yet, but I'd have to say now he's feel pretty confident throwing him in the lineup. I mean, he has 4 touchdowns in 3 games. I mean, I don't think that's sustainable, but we could tell he's trying to prove that was the right pick to make this year. So anyway, get Deontay if you can. What do you guys think?
Pronounced Chuba.
Appreciate that, Drew.
There we go.
How confident are y'all feeling on Elijah Mitchell?
Done with him.
I'm not. It's the Niners, so it's so hard to put your finger on it. He did have a crazy game. So hard to put your finger on it. It's hard to play him with confidence. You never know what the Niners are going to do. They're keeping people on their toes. You know, they have a great offense coordinator, always switching things up. So it just makes it very hard for fantasy wise. Is the talent there? Yes. Is the play calling going to go in his favor? Nobody knows. Like they're not leaking that kind of stuff over there. And I hate complimenting the Niners, but yeah.
Yeah, it's tough. I've talked about that one, so I'll hold my mind on that.
Would you trade?
You guys want to go to this one? Go ahead.
Trade Miles Sanders for Mike
Brosnan. Is that Brosnan? Bronson? I think this is a new viewer. So
where do we not get Bronson out of that?
Bronson. So what's up, man? I know it was just I don't know why. I think it was the last name that
we were reading
a little more. Yeah. What's up, man? Make sure you like and subscribe if you haven't already. We'd appreciate the support. Welcome to Get Right Fantasy Network. He has a question here for us. Would you trade Mike Sanders for Mike Williams or Brandon Cooks?
Miles Sanders. All right, you're done reading.
Mike? Miles. Hey. Miles Sanders for Mike Williams or Brandon Cooks. I got ahead of myself there.
I think Frank already said he's doing it for Mike Williams.
I'd take Mike Williams.
What about you?
Fire, man.
You going Cooks on that?
Good team. Good, you know what I mean? Like, a good team. It's not just because, you know, he's doing good right now, but you can tell the team will obviously do well and it's going to be playoffs. And so that'll, you know, obviously be high scoring and more opportunities for him. And just, you know, I think it's better than Brandon Cooks. I think Brandon Cooks obviously needs to be a flash in the pan. Let's get the good days and the bad days, and you'll be boomer bust with him.
What about you, D?
Yeah. Personally, I mean, obviously it's going to depend on your team. I'm rocking with running backs. There's only 4 running backs this week that went for over 100 yards. One of them, CH, hit exactly 100 yards. Zeke was close. He got 95. But for that reason, the positional scarcity. I'm sticking with Miles Sanders. You would have to be pretty deep at running back for me to make any sense of trading for a receiver. As good as, if you watch earlier in the show, spoke very highly on Mike Williams and Brandon Cooks. They're both doing amazing. But receivers, if I looked at how many receivers scored or got over 100 yards, it's going to be a lot more than the running backs. And I'll actually get that for you. Let's see.
And while you're looking that
give
up,
me time.
No, as you're looking that up, I'm just going to agree with you as well. I'm not looking at, if I'm trading a running back, again, these are good targets. Like, don't get me wrong, they're not any like sexy names, so to speak. You know, they have
if you stack that running backs.
Yeah, I mean, if he's your RB4, then sure, go ahead. You know, if you went early and often with RBs, you know, your first 4 picks, maybe you have to make a move like this. But otherwise, the rate at which running backs are dropping already, it's only week 3. I'm kind of with you, man. I'm kind of holding on to Sanders. I mean, unless
10 receivers.
Yeah.
So 10 receivers got over 100 yards. With another 2 getting 98.
Compared to how many running backs?
4 running backs. And then again, like if we're going over 90 yards, like now we're talking about like close to 20.
Right.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So.
And that's why I'm holding on to the running backs in that situation. Again, Brandon's killing it. Who'd I have? Yeah, we've talked about all these guys, but Cooper Kupp, Debo, and Brandon Cooks are, I believe, 1, 2, and 3 when it comes to receptions for the year. So, I mean, they're obviously killing it. Yeah. I don't know who should be my other RB for this week. What you should do is we're going to do start-sit shows later in the week because things will change. Make sure to tune in. We're going to do a Wednesday show. Also, Sunday mornings, we kind of go over those last-minute questions, so that would be the best time to answer any of those. Feel like it'd be a little preliminary to get to them right now.
Whether the injury or like, oh yeah, this guy is going to play or not going to play today, which I hate.
And like you said, he's saying, you know, Chuba, if I get him. So, you know, we'll more after that.
Chuba.
Chuba. I'll get it, dude. I'll get it. Chuba. I'll get it. I get it. I'm pulling a Frank now, calling him David instead of Derek.
David Carr.
I love that. That's my favorite. Yeah. So yeah, so just more of these. Bronson says, Aaron Jones. Go ahead, read it.
Zeke. We got Aaron Jones, Chris Carson, and Zeke, and my wide receivers are Devante Adams, Julio, and Mike Thomas. So
that wasn't necessarily a question. Oh no, he's going back to his Miles Sanders. Damn.
Oh, that's right. He's got Aaron Jones, Chris Carson, and
Bro,
Zeke.
Hey, I'm not trading. No, I'm holding.
Yeah, he needs Mike Thomas. He needs Mike Thomas for later. That's why he needs Mike Williams now.
I'm holding that team.
You know what I'm saying?
What better running back 4 are you going to get? Because I'm running 3 running backs most likely every time. Even if he's running Devante and Julio until Mike Thomas comes back, and then we don't know what Mike Thomas is going to do with Jameis.
3 wide receivers, 2 running backs.
Yeah, I could see why.
Yeah, I guess we need to know more.
Trade. Yeah.
He needs a wide receiver. That's why he's looking at a wide receiver, obviously.
I see, man.
All right, but I'm streaming. So you're telling me these guys right here, let's just go off this week, off the people that are out there. You're telling me Deshaun Jackson's picked up, AJ Green, getting a little older, Christian Kirk, Tim Patrick, Cole Beasley, KJ Bourne, like Jacoby Myers. There has to be people out there for you to pick up. Oh, look, speaking of Jacoby Myers, Marvin Jones is flex for week 4.
I think you have to go
Jacoby Myers. Man, that's a toss-up out.
With the way the Jets aren't putting up points right now, man, I don't know. You can't really trust that again until you start seeing something change there. So I don't know if that's the Tevin Coleman effect. I mean, the only thing that's changed is Tevin Coleman hasn't been there. Like, I know he's not that great, but there's something going on. Maybe it's the pass protection or something. Like, I don't know. I'm not really spending most of my time on the Jets game, but we'll get into that more.
Further notice, don't play a Jets player.
Yeah, exactly. So, so they call me Jayco says, how do you feel about the Cardinals defense performance this week and last? I know week 1 was insane with Chandler Jones going berserk.
But
that helped. Yeah, the last 2 have been decent. I didn't play them, so I don't know just off the top of my head. So I know it was a close game.
They've been playing.
It wasn't anything too crazy, but yeah, they've been pretty solid. Yeah.
Scoring fantasy wise, that's a different story. And they go up against the Rams next weekend. I'm not sure if
Yeah,
you
you're Abi Azul. Yeah, you're starting those guys, man, no matter what. Absolutely.
Atlanta, Darren Waller. Titans versus the
you're starting all those guys.
Yeah,
that's
I'm not.
Good talent.
I'm not
good
arguing
matchups.
with any of that.
Yeah, let it go. So do we want to just fly through our targets here, our waiver wire targets? We've kind of mentioned some of them, but you want to just kind of read them off for everybody, and maybe if they have any questions about them, they can bring them up. But just guys we're trying to target here. You got some? Sorry, I don't know. Are we okay to do that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
100%.
So we've been talking about a lot of Chuba Hubbard. We mentioned him, and I think we mentioned him in the last show because whether or not picks would play or whatever. So and CMC. So definitely get Chuba. I mentioned last week Tim Patrick and Manuel Sanders. Even Dustin give me props for the Manuel Sanders call. Those are guys you want to be maybe looking at, as well as Jacoby Myers. They were just asking about him. But what'd you say? Payton Barbour, your pickup, right?
Yep, that's the guy I'm looking at. If he's still available, again, just kind of depending on what the Josh Jacobs news is. If we get another week out of him, he might be worthy of a spot start. So just keep an eye on him. And that news,
we mentioned
they are
week,
playing the Chargers.
Yeah, exactly. Still playing the Chargers, so I mean, this is a good game. What do we mention? Still in field going forward. Sam Darnold and Derek Carr. And I'll throw in Hunter Renfrow in there from Vegas because they're throwing it up, dude. There's a lot of air points over there happening over there.
Yeah, and I don't mind that these guys are week 4 waiver wire ads because these Raiders shouldn't have been on your team in the first place. So I'm glad they're all still out and available on the wire.
Yeah.
So much respect for that.
Maybe even some Brian Edwards if the other guys are already taken anyways.
Exactly.
Jam Ruggs last week, Renfro this week. What's going on?
Well, when Derek Carr is throwing for 400 yards, those yards are going somewhere.
Hey,
and not Waller, interestingly enough.
Yards. So here's the thing, though. And I want to note that it's been inflated stats because the last 2 games have both been overtime games and damn near to the last seconds of the games anyway. So he's literally played another quarter more than the other quarterbacks. So that helps you get more stats. I mean, get more yardage in general. And they literally went down, scored a field goal. They scored a field goal and came back down for another drive. So there was 2 extra drives in there. Just saying.
I was just gonna say, kind of like Denver being 3-0 against 0-9 teams. We gotta wait and see what happens, right?
Yeah.
Should I drive? Yeah.
Go ahead. Read it out loud. For those who are
Should I drop Darnell Mooney, Jalen Ramsey's dad? At this point, yes. Anybody on Chicago? It's not just this 1 week.
I mean, it depends
but
on
even
who
when
you're
Dalton is there.
For.
True.
It depends on who you're dropping him for. I mean,
he's got good weeks in him. He's gonna have good weeks. I'm a consistency guy, so maybe somebody else likes him and you can trade him. I don't know.
Yeah, I want to give my honorable mention to my guy, Giovanni Bernard, getting that touchdown.
Oh God!
And then he got.
I thought you were gonna say Khalif Raymond.
I was gonna say, didn't he get schmacked or something too? And isn't he out?
Yeah, that's not the point.
Yeah, but that's why he's honorable mention.
That's why he's honorable mention. There you go.
How about the MVS, man? MVS.
Yeah.
That's
so look at this, Abi Azor. I love it, man. He's asking questions and giving answers, man. It's a give and take community. Love it. He's a great
boys.
Exactly.
Hey, what about Khalif Raymond coming out of nowhere in Detroit?
I mean, there were rumblings. There were some rumblings of him. He was mentioned, I think, on our Friday show, somewhere in that 3-hour mess that we did.
Hey, but 10 targets, he's up there. Jazicki, I know. I'll never be able to say his name right. Mike Jazicki. And I wanted us to draft him for a while, but he pulled down 12 targets too. So if you're like me, I dropped him last week. I have certain leagues where I'm streaming tight ends. It's always rough.
I picked him up in the league. I think in the league where I have Kelsey, he has a nice matchup. I think when I don't start Kelsey, but yeah. And I think it's obviously proven, and I kind of stand corrected. I mean, Kelsey is the man, right? I mean, he's like the most consistent not only tight end but receiver basically that there is out there. Even with Mahomes' bad game, he's still produced, man. I think 10
All right,
catches,
I'm gonna
over
pull it
100
because
yards.
I believe he's number 3
Just
on the
overall
year
pass
in
catcher.
yards. In yards, let me see. Oh, things have changed. But so just on yards for the year, I'll read them off. So it goes Cup, Debo, Brandon Cooks, Tyler Lockett, Devante Adams, Mike Williams, and then Travis Kelce. And then it goes DJ Moore, Tyreek Hill, Keenan Allen, Jefferson, CeeDee Lamb.
Yeah. And the craziest part of that list to me is Tyreek Hill is like, what was that, 8th about that you said? And he had like 2 terrible games. Like 2 terrible games. They were only on the third
If he would have pulled off that catch,
yes, that he
he
dropped
had
again.
it. Hey, right in the breadbasket. Hey, if he would have had that one, and then if Mahomes would have connected him on the other, like he had the opportunities. They're giving him all the juice in the world. It's just so hard to guard all of them. And then for CH to pull off 100 yards, like sell that guy high. Hey,
Yeah, CEH
get rid
had
of
like the resurgent game, came out of nowhere for that game, right?
yes.
Yeah. See, I love when people say
Jacoby.
giveaway. I love it. I'm trying to just I'm just giving it away.
Yeah.
I'm giving away Jacoby Myers to get Jamar Chase.
For sure.
I would do that.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, him getting a touchdown every single game. This is not the preseason Jamar that we were
He's
talking about.
more than one. Yeah. More than
He's
one.
starting to
like
see that white line
touchdown
on the football that he wasn't seeing. So, yeah.
Yeah, remember that?
I just picture him like looking at it like on Little Giants, like what was his name? Hot
the
Hands
toilet
Hayden,
paper.
Where it turns into toilet paper, and he's just like catches it. That's exactly how that catch was too. His touchdown catch, or one of his touchdown catches. So yeah, the man puts up big plays.
Hey, hopefully it does go through. I'll root for you. That's a good one. I mean, Jacoby's got good. He's got good targets. He's got good numbers. Patriots been playing from behind. So, y'all want to hear my team feels fully healthy? Run it.
Always.
It's gonna take a while to type.
Hey, and I think he check out our Twitter
rankings,
direct things, because he has sent, I believe, a picture to us there of his team. So if you want to give your feedback, that's there as well. And we could talk to him offline about it as well too. So yeah. So anybody else that you guys have as far as waiver wire targets? I know it's kind of all over the place, and for those of you guys who are new, I'm sure you kind of picked up now. We're not like your every other fantasy podcast out there. We're here for you. This is a community. We're here to answer your questions. We roll our sleeves up. We do our homework. We're giving you guys our honest opinions on how we're playing our games here. So again, just want to put that out there and just kind of let you guys know. And we appreciate you watching us and subscribing. So we'll see you guys hopefully here Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, and Sunday mornings. Or Sunday mornings for us. I don't know what time that is for you guys over there. But yeah, anybody else that you guys have? Sorry, I had to get that little plug in there.
Callaway, New Orleans.
We have a Callaway sighting again?
Yeah.
First we drop him, now we pick him up again. Is he worth it?
Yep.
He's still a sighting. You never know. I told you there was a panic mode when New Orleans had the bad game. And basically, the whole coaching staff was out with COVID. And obviously it shows. They came back, had a much better game. So, I don't know. Maybe there's some confidence gain. I don't know if I would start him, but, they obviously had an easy matchup against New England, 28-13. So,
yeah. And Callaway went four catches on 5 targets for 41 yards and a touchdown. He, just got in that double-digit range for 10.1. And again, we would say that's probably kind of a bad game for him, compared to what his potential could be, what that offense, potentially could be. Jameis kind of looked like old Jameis throwing the ball up again. So hopefully he'll learn. And
the defense is for real over there, so that'll keep him in the games. You know what I mean? New Orleans, they had a pretty decent defense there, so I think it'll hold it up.
Yeah, just watch out for Kamara. 24 attempts. I think that's probably the most attempts I've seen Kamara get in a long time, actually. So 24 carries, 89 yards, only a 3.7 yard average, and 3 catches for only 29 yards and a touchdown, though, which saved him there. So he did get 17 points. Oh, that's in a standard. What did he go in PPR? 20.8 points in a PPR. So, yeah, Kamara's still looking good, too.
That's a solid day, man. That's a decent day.
Awesome. And
anybody else? You got anybody?
Just stacked.
Murray, McCaffrey, Gibson, Deontay, Sterling, Thurn, Team, just kicker.
It's a lot of firepower. Just stay healthy, man. Just got to stay healthy, as you know.
Shepard out, Deontay Johnson out.
Yeah. Gibson was dealing with the shoulder. McCaffrey's out. Yeah. So I mean, you're doing all right.
Yeah, just get through these injuries, like Anthony said. Just take your L's. Keep your team the way it is. Once they get healthy, you'll be getting those wins for sure.
Yeah, don't panic.
Yeah, exactly. Don't panic.
Yeah, because if
anything
you're not
else, guys?
you're last.
I don't think this one's a waiver wire, but I do want to shout out Sonny Michel. He actually did really decent against the Buccaneers defense. I say that because they let him rush the ball 20 times. I think that's huge when you see whatever, Frank, however you say it, targets equal touches equals yards. Whatever, right? So if
points equals wins,
if Darrell Anderson stays out, they showed that they had faith in Sony. So yeah, he's somebody that is a possible buy low. Maybe they're just looking at. I believe he had 61 yards. I could be wrong on that one.
67. Yeah, 20 attempts for 67 yards. Only a 3.4 yard average, but also had 3 catches for only 12 yards. But 10.9.
That's against Tampa Bay.
Yeah, and that's against Tampa Bay. So, again, you would think that average would go up a little more against your average run defense.
Yeah, exactly.
So does this mean we also target, Darrell Anderson? The reason why you want this type of running back in this offense is because the offense is so high-powered in the beginning of the game. If they get out to a big lead, then they're going to want to salt the ball away, later. And they have that capability, and they have the defense as well, too. So it's kind of like the perfect cluster storm. Whoever's in this backfield, as long as the team performs like that, this running back is going to produce, and which is why Cam Akers was such a good pick, and he had to go down with the damn Achilles, and he would have been easily, I think, top 5. We would have been talking about him in this offense right now. It'd be insane. So, anyway, shoulda, coulda, woulda. Shoulda. I love it, man.
MFC.
We can't all just agree on something nice. That's why we can't have nice things.
Hell yes, MFC.
That's what do you think?
Hey,
think Saquon keep it going?
I don't think Saquon has even started. This guy freaking
got his touchdown. He got his touchdown. We gave him a good week. He had a decent game. It wasn't pretty.
It was a good jump. That was it.
Yeah, you did text me and say he has hops.
Yeah.
that's the most. Hey, for Dustin to say that about a giant player, I mean, that's about as good as you're gonna get. He didn't say nice run. He didn't say anything. He said he could jump well.
How about Deshaun Watson?
Yeah. I have to find the exact text.
You got it. Hey, his ankles look like
real
they're
again, or what?
What was that?
Deshaun again, real or what?
Boomer bust, man. If you need to play, if you need a potential boom, just be prepared for him to potentially get you a 0. Again, it's the troubling thing when we go back to that kind of Bobby Trees thing, is how much run kind of Van Jefferson and Deshaun Jackson are getting. It's almost like they're having design plays, run to them. We have to see just Woods get unleashed here eventually. I mean, it seems like he's kind of playing to kind of the veteran and playing kind of the rookie, putting stuff out there. And I think he just understands like there's things that come for Woods. Again, it could be because I have him in both of my home leagues here, but I just have to think there's good things to come for him here in the future. Yeah. I know, Dustin, you're having nothing of it.
I tuned you out.
He wants nothing of it.
Drew, do you think packaging Damien Harris with an okay wide receiver is worth the upgrade? Just trying to find buy low trades if you can't tell. 100%, man. I'm getting rid of Damien Harris. Again, Patriots backfield. I'm not trusting anybody over there. If you have Damien Harris, that's good to sell him as high as you can. And if you could throw in an okay wide receiver to get better, I think Anthony will agree with you. That's why we're here. So I'm trying to trade my bench, and I'm trying to get the most solid set of starters that I can. I'm not too much concerned with my bench just because I know I'm going to be on the waiver wire. I'm going to be able to have people that once the current changes, I'll be right there with these guys. So I could trade them later too. So
Yeah,
I definitely would say do it. Sorry, that was long-winded, but yeah.
No, you're good. I like it. You got to get into the details on that so they know where we're coming from on that kind of stuff instead of just a yes or a no, But yeah, I mean, I'm again, like you said, I'm right there with you on that. So definitely upgrade for a running back, maybe like a Demont or someone like that is maybe who you could target.
I gotta look at the schedule.
Lavish, Marani. Lavish.
100%. Sorry, I'll let you go, Ant. But I will say, for that kind of question, if you stay tuned for our Wednesday and our Sunday show, we'll be able to tell you a lot more as far as who's playing, who's not. It's going to be real preliminary here. But that's when we're going to get into the real sit-start shows. But let me have Anthony welcome you.
Absolutely. And just like he said, welcome to Get Right. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe button for us. Like he said, we haven't really looked too far ahead into week 4 yet. We're still kind of, taking in all the data from week 3. But just off the top, top of it here, I kind of like the usage Higbee had in that offense. I was just kind of talking about the, firepower that offense has. Again, but these are just, kind of streaming guys. Maybe Tanyan has, some good potential there. So I'd probably go, Higbee, Tanyan, Knox in a PPR. And in a standard, I'd go Tanyan, Higbee, Knox in that order. Non-PPR.
See, Tanyan's at the bottom for me.
Yeah, we know that.
I'd probably go for next week. I'd probably go Knox, Higbee, Tanyan.
Where are you at, Frank?
I was in the same order. You had. Higbee,
with me?
Tanyan, Knox. Yeah.
Okay. All right, there it is. So welcome, Lavish, man. Hopefully hit that like and subscribe for us. We're trying to shoot past this 200 subscriber mark that we hit today during the show. So we'd appreciate you joining the community. For anyone else watching, make sure you go into that description down there and see the Sleeper channel. Come join the Get Right community on Sleeper. We have a bunch of topics, injury news, links to games, all that stuff's there. Come join the perks of being part of the community. So come out. So Abi Azul says defensive options. Dolphins or Packers. Again, I don't know the matchups too much on that. Abi Azul. It's not that we don't want to answer it. Just haven't really, dove in too much specifically for this week.
Packers.
Okay, I'm not sure who they're playing, but I know that
Packers
Dolphins defense is still.
Steelers.
They're still 25 games with the turnover. The Dolphins are. That defense is pretty good. So.
So it's Dolphins against the Colts and it's Packers against the Steelers. It's a good problem to have,
Yeah,
like you said, the Dolphins defense is solid. I'm banking on the Packers are the real deal.
I think the Packers offense is defensive, so I'd go with the actual Miami defense. I mean, they need Tua back to make them a little better. But again, Brissett wasn't that bad. So yeah, is what it is. Again, that bad. It was still bad, but not that bad. Yes. Okay, targeting Henderson. And that's kind of what I was mentioning earlier when we were talking about the Rams too. Do we kind of target this guy for when he comes back? He was definitely producing before he went out. So there it is. Yeah, absolutely.
He's looking terrible. I'll tell you that. He sure is.
Agreed. I mean, he put up some fantasy points. I think he got 27 fantasy points, but in real life football, it does look bad. So yeah.
Yeah,
so,
on a short week, but it was against the Giants, right?
Yeah.
Or am I a week early on that one?
That was a week early. They played Atlanta.
Oh, yeah, no, that's when they played the Giants on Thursday. Did that just happen? No, because Carolina played. So
no, it was Washington
they just
against
got
Buffalo.
Whomped, by Buffalo. That's what happened.
Yeah, Buffalo did whatever they wanted.
Buffalo's back. Yeah, Josh Allen's back.
So then they actually had a long week on this one and still got
whacked. Yeah. But I mean, what do you expect with Heineke? So anyway, they need Fitz back. A couple more weeks, maybe he'll come back. So appreciate that, LeBron. Keep it up. We appreciate you guys.
Andy Dalton back because Justin Fields ain't it.
Oh, hey Bart.
Yeah, with all those injuries, man, that's gonna happen.
Yeah, it happens.
That happens, dude.
That bad. Hey, there's a lot of people I know that have solid teams that they're still waiting for it to all come together.
Yeah.
So it's a long journey.
Yeah.
Frank knows those are the type of teams that I just trade because the whole feng shui of the team isn't right. Yeah. So that's when I just try to trade same tier. You just try to get same tier value with them, not trying to like trade up or 2 for 1. Just literally get a mix of different guys in there.
A player.
Yeah, just kind of swap them out. Yeah, in the same tier. So I don't mind that either. Just getting a little change.
Shake it up. Shake it up.
See a little shake up. Yeah. Don't be afraid to shake up
the feng shui.
The whole feng shui of your team. Absolutely. It makes a difference, dude. I won a championship doing that. That's when I sold my whole team except for Peyton Manning that one year. They went to the Super Bowl and he didn't even do that well for me, but everybody else I traded for killed it. Right. Anyway.
All right, guys.
Yeah, so no, that was good, man. We're going past. It's a Monday night, so we can't stay out too late. You want to go ahead and lead us out here, Dustin?
Yeah, first I just want to say again, thanks for everybody that tuned in. Appreciate you guys. We're gonna have all the links to our Twitters and to our website, all that kind of good stuff. If you guys haven't got into any of that, you'll love it. Make sure you get in. We're answering questions like this all week long. If you guys haven't yet, go to possibly stay tuned. We might be talking about a giveaway next show for the people that are watching. Make sure you go to Underwrite Fantasy. When you sign up, use code GETRIGHT. For everybody that got in, we appreciate you guys. Appreciate you liking, subscribing, all that kind of good stuff. Anthony, Frank, appreciate all the work that you guys put in to make all this kind of stuff happen. Without anything further, I think it's time we can roll our sleeves down.
Yeah. And just again, last thing I want to end on is, again, just send our prayers and thoughts to the Tagliere family, and just everybody be safe out there, man. Let's enjoy the season and have everyone be safe out there. Absolutely.
All right, boys.
Peace out. Good luck. We'll see you Wednesday.
Send the full team. I still want to see it.
Send it. Hit us up on Twitter. Send it or through the sleeper. We're out.
Peace out.